So very quickly, the other day I talked about the unwritten rules in baseball. I mentioned it, and I said I was going to talk a little bit about it, but I never told any of the stories. So I'm going to tell you about a couple times I was involved with some of the unwritten rules. I totally support the unwritten rules, meaning you don't steal a base if it is 10-0. You don't pimp a home run. If you hit a home run, you don't flip your bat. Now, if you win the World Series, okay. But generally speaking, you do not throw your bat up in the air and watch your home run. You hit the ball and you go around the bases. And you don't bunt in the last 2 innings if there's no hitter. Stuff like that. And there are others. But 2 that I'm going to talk about first. Right after I got out of college, finished getting my master's degree, I taught at a private school and I was the assistant baseball coach. And so this is one of those times that the unwritten rules came into play. We were winning in the 5th inning, and in high school baseball, at least here, you play 7 innings. We're winning in the 5th inning, and we were winning 10-1, and we were the visiting team. But anyway, we were up by 9 runs, and it was clear that we had the game well in hand. So we come up to bat at the top of the 5th. Our first batter walks. Okay, so I'm the first base coach. I'm there, and I did not tell him anything. I would assume he would have known this, but anyway, first pitch, he steals second base. So he stole the base, 5th inning, up by 9. He steals second base. And in my head, I thought, all right, you just got your partner up there drilled. He's about to be hit. And I saw the coach look at their pitcher and at their catcher and give the sign. I knew what was coming. And so the next pitch, their pitcher hit our batter right between the numbers. Another unwritten rule is you don't hit people in the head. You never throw at someone's head. But the back is, perfectly within bounds. So the next pitch, he hit him. And it was clear to everybody who knew anything that he did it on purpose. And so when that player got down to first base, I said, when you get back to the dugout, please go and tell your friend there on second that he is the reason that you just got drilled, because he stole second base while we were up by 9 in the 5th inning out of a 7-inning game. And he said, what? I said, he stole second base. He stole second base, and we're winning by 9 runs. They hit you on purpose, and I don't blame them. Go tell him that it's his fault that you just got hit. And so he did afterwards. Now, when I was playing, there was a situation where we had played this team previously at their place, and they had beaten us. One particular person had hit a home run. It was not a walk-off or anything like that, but they had hit a home run during that game, and they pimped the heck out of it. Guy threw his bat up in the air, and I was not pitching in that game, but he threw his bat up in the air. He did that thing where you watch, and he just jogged. He really, really showed up the pitcher. So when they came to our place to play us, I'd already been told. I knew what to do. I didn't have to be told. I'm gonna hit him. That's what I'm gonna do. And so first time he comes up, and this I guess is a lack of my control. I mean, I threw at him. I tried my best to hit him, not in the head, but I threw it behind him. So it's a 1-0. And so I was like, man. So I threw the second pitch, tried to hit him again. I threw it behind him again. I almost got him. 2-0. The catcher comes out, our catcher comes out and says to me, what the F are you doing? Can you not hit him? And I said, I'm sorry. I will do my best. And so now it's 2-0. The next pitch, I drilled him right in the lower back on purpose. And I have no problem with that. He shouldn't have done what he did, and we got him back. It's fine. I've been thrown at before for other reasons, and I'll tell you about that one too. We were playing a team, and we had gotten a pretty good lead, and one of our players had hit a home run, and watched it, pimped it, walked around, and I had to come up to bat next. And this dude that we were playing against, he threw, without exaggerating, he threw upper 80s, lower 90s, but typically like 88 to 89. I'm the guy that comes up next after this guy hits their home run and just pimps the heck out of it. And I knew what was coming. And sure enough, I got up there, and it was obvious. It wasn't even like his throw, because he had good control. The pitcher had good control. He had been trying to work the inside corner, the outside corner. When I came up, he worked my back. He knocked me in the back with the ball. And I was like, yeah. But I knew it was coming. So all I had to do was get up there and get ready, because our idiot person in front of me had done that. So I got one in the back. I know what it's like. I understand the unwritten rules. You do not show people up. If you hit a home run, that's good. But you don't flip your bat, and you don't watch the ball as it goes over the fence. And I hit in my career, that's funny, in the time I played ball, I hit several that I knew were going to be home runs at the time I hit them. And I never sat and watched the ball. I hit the ball, put the bat down, started jogging. I did not ever show up a pitcher. So, that's being said. I'm also going to talk about, since I don't have time to do these a lot, I'm going to talk about the fight that I had, and I'm going to talk that we had when I was in college playing ball. And before that, I'm going to talk about this situation where one of our rivals had a player who had just come back. He had to have an emergency appendectomy. And I don't condone what our dugout did with this, but anyway, so he comes back, and his first game back, he played third base. They hit a ball to third base. Guy makes an error. That's called a boot. He boots the ball. Okay. Next, a little while goes by, another one to third base. He boots that one too. And so now, two of our reserve players who don't ever play have rubber boots on their head, running back and forth in the dugout. And the third base dugout is all of maybe 15, 20 feet from third base itself, where this guy's out there. And so they have rubber boots on their heads, running back and forth through the dugout saying, "Boot, boot," and they're yelling this guy's name, this third baseman's name. And they have these rubber boots on their head. And wouldn't you know, it always happens, another ball immediately back to the guy at third base. He boots that one too. And then they are running back and forth with the boots on their head. Boot, 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 boot. And then finally the coach said, "Get over there and sit down." I just thought that was funny. The last thing.